All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. If you need a roof, make sure you call Ireland Contracting. Everyone needs a roof, like Gene said. And if he needed a roof, he'd be calling Ireland Contracting. So would I. It's an easy number to remember. 1-800-NEW-ROOF. 1-800-NEW-ROOF. Ireland Contracting. They're #1 in Pittsburgh. They will not let you down. Give us a call right now, 412-575-2600 on the Borders and Borders hotline. We could let you down at times. Not like Ireland Contracting. They will not let you down. So we're going to go out to the phone lines, and we got Bob out in Clearfield. What's up, Bob?
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you very much. You know, I said today Major League Baseball pitching is supposed to be, the science is supposed to be so much more advanced. Analytics, metrics, side sessions, videotape. They claim as well pitchers throw harder, but nobody threw harder than Billy Wagner and Marichal, Carlton, Drysdale, take your pick. In 1985, a split season between Minnesota and Cleveland, Bert Blyleven threw 24 complete games in 293 innings. Yet today, despite all the advances in science, it's hard-pressed to get more than 150 innings out of a starter. And perhaps you might be able to add some insight as to why starting pitching just simply doesn't seem able to hold up or go deep into games anymore compared to what they used to have. So thanks very much, Jen. I'm looking for your thoughts.
Thanks, Bob. I think everyone's specialized now, and you don't see that anymore, Gene. I mean, you probably have some good thoughts on this.
Well, his question is, why can't starters go deeper into games? Why can't they complete games? I had a long talk with Neil Huntington about this a couple weeks ago. He blames it a lot on the way young pitchers are treated. He pointed out that, for example, in another generation, kids who were good pitchers in Little League also played shortstop, and then when the season was over, they played soccer or football or basketball. They didn't throw the ball until the following February. Now they play on 2 traveling teams. They go to their pitching guru on Saturday. That's all they're doing. They're concentrating on that sport. And a lot of times, even though parents mean well, coaches mean well, by the time they get to the major leagues, their arm, if it's not shot, it's used a lot of the pitches, and every arm has a limited number of pitches in it. Another aggravating circumstance is there is so much money invested in pitchers that teams are so afraid of risking that investment that they baby the pitcher through the remainder of his development. So we just don't have, as a result of those things and some other things, we just don't have the kind of arms that came into the game 40 and 50 years ago. They don't really exist. Yeah,
and that's a shame. All right, Norman out in Waynesburg. What's up, Norman?
Yeah, if I offended anybody in print, I apologize. Was it announced today, guys, that Ben is making $45 million a year?
Highest paid professional athlete in Pittsburgh, yeah.
What is that a percentage, Rich, of the entire Pittsburgh Pirates payroll, sir?
Oh, well, hey, thanks for calling, Norman. I appreciate it. Hey, I did look at that list. I did look at that list today, and I saw that, Ben's tops at $45 million. $35 million more than Sidney Crosby. Now, I understand that, Ben's salary, he has some upfront money and, this part of the signing bonus, and they can move stuff here and there. And I don't think he, I don't know what he averages per year. It's going to be like $30 million, but he's making $45 million this year. I just couldn't believe that was $35 million more than Sidney Crosby.
Well, there's a big difference between the NFL and the NHL, Rich.
All right, we got Pete out in Squirrel Hill. What's up, Pete?
Hey, guys. How are you tonight?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Two points, Rich. Number one, Koufax, Gibson, and Feller threw hard. Steve Carlton did not. But about the Pirate organization, Rich, if you look at the injuries are part of all sports, part of baseball, okay, and the Pirates have had some bad luck this year. But can you explain to me the Houston Astros? They're missing Altuve, an MVP, Correa, one of the top 3 shortstops in the game, Springer, one of the top center fielders in the game. All they do is continue to win, Rich.
Yeah, they got a pretty good pitching staff.
It's about drafting, Rich.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The other thing, Pete, they were really bad for a few years, and this is what I keep believing, that you need to be really bad for a few years to get high-end draft picks. Now, the Pirates were that, and they failed in drafting, but now they're finishing in the middle of the pack. And we talked about this before, Gene. It's a crapshoot in baseball. It's not like the NFL, but I do believe if you're really bad for a couple years and you get one of those first 3 picks, you're going to land on a couple pretty good players.
Could I just disagree about Steve Carlton? I covered Steve Carlton.
Yeah,
he threw hard.
I would love to.
He threw hard.
All right. Bruce out in Brentwood. What's up, Bruce?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you guys about Musgrove. He didn't really get a chance to get started tonight. Would there be any chance that Clint Hurdle would put him in tomorrow night and let the other guys rest? I mean, they took him out for something, Mickey Mouse, but he's still ready to go. And, why not put him out there? He's one of the best ones that they have going, and get a game out of him in Atlanta.
You know what, Bruce? Great question, because I was thinking that earlier. Is this something that they would do? Maybe not bump Archer tomorrow, but could you potentially start Musgrove? He threw 18 pitches. Start him on Thursday.
He could start Wednesday or Thursday, sure. You wouldn't bump Archer for him. Archer goes tomorrow night.
Yeah, so, I mean, you would think Keller, I mean, that's an option for Wednesday.
Well, yeah, the Pirates were listening, to be determined for Wednesday, too. So that seems like the natural spot if they plan to pull up Keller. They also might decide to wait on Keller. Yeah,
so now you have Musgrove, who hasn't pitched. He could pitch one of those days for sure. Good question, Bruce. Let's go out Whelan out in Washington. What's up, Whelan?
Hey, guys. Hi.
Hey, thanks for calling.
Hey, check it out. Like, I was just thinking, like, the Pirates organization, with Huntington and everything. The thing is, it's conjecture, fabrication. It's really not fair to the fans. But is that their prerogative? I mean, it's their team. They can do what they want. I mean, they can manage it.
Whelan, do you have a question?
Yeah. Is it okay to fabricate, the game?
No.
Jack out in Munhall. What's up, Jack?
Okay, how you doing, Rick?
Good, thanks for calling.
Okay, I have only one question. I listen to your show every night. Last night there was a man on from Uniontown, I believe John, and he made a statement that was hard to understand. I just wondered what it was about somebody so contemptible and lousy and nasty that they should be sent down to minor leagues or even lower and never brought back. Do you know what he was talking about?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. Jack.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for your call. I appreciate it. The phone lines are open, 412-575-2600. We're still taking your calls for one more segment. We'll be back in a couple minutes.